point, Suleiman, should we be against the concept of getting something after you have retired? Or is it that we should say you shouldn't be able to get past this? We should regulate what it is that they get.
Regulate anywhere in the world, just like we have retirement. There's a retirement package for the work done. Except those days at NEPA, they will tell you that after 5 years, you have to come back with a relation to identify you. Because they have this thing that after paying their staff, after 5 years of retirement, on average, people die. So that may be, as it may be. But the point is that there should be some stipulated, that's the point I made. There's some stipulated amount of money that several years, your basic salary, for several years, but you'll be taking it, okay? No matter how small. If you don't have financial discipline, if you don't have financial skill, money management skills, even if you collect this 500 million and all that, you can still go bankrupt. So if you don't invest it well, so that is the point. And I think that government officials, even including governors, should be taught on financial management so that they have financial management skills. Because if they don't, that's why they keep coming. And that leads me to, primitive accumulation of wealth that our people are getting into. Don't forget, that was how corruption entered. When Murtala Mohammed took over, he sacked all the civil servants, and those who remained said, okay, if this could happen to my senior, and he had no place to go to, well, anybody come in and let me plan for my own retirement. And then they began to demand for monies here and there so that they can take care of their retirement package in case, because nobody is going to take care of them. But and then corruption entered. So the same thing that this government these ex-governors are doing to make sure that they protect themselves against any financial mishap, because they don't have the financial skills to manage whatever they have. And if not for it, some of these governors will just go bankrupt, declare personal bankruptcy.
Well, anyway, I think if you look at it, since Malwa has already asked what I wanted to ask, excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
The issue now seemed to me, looking at what has come up, would seem that without the amendment in Akwa Ibom State, we still wouldn't have known that there existed such laws in almost all the states. And careful study has actually shown that it is only in Akwa Ibom State we have a ceiling. So there's a cap, while the others,
no cap.
No cap.
River State, for instance, everybody shouted, and why should we do that? But now everybody's calm. Okay? Nobody's talking about it. Nobody even remembers. Most didn't even remember that Akwa Ibom is not the first place. Okay? That even Lagos, had it. So,
if I even in Kano and Gombe, you have 30-day paid vacation with their extra codes and entitlement.
You see, because one is that the purpose of your going into government, is it to serve the people or to enrich yourself? That's what is your reason. What is your reason for going into government? And I believe that the purpose that people's purpose for going into government is to serve the people. And in return, what you get is that token and say, okay, thank you for serving this. But as governor, I don't believe anywhere in the world.
So that should be the word, token.
Token. That's the word. It's a token of appreciation for what you have done and all that. Not to put have a house in choice house and tell them the cost of the house, 500 million for the house, and how many cars you should have, and in fact, River State, they say he should maintain his 9 cooks or something like that. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Who are you serving?
Well, he clarified that was not that. What went in wasn't what came out, and that he can only have a house.
Why should he in the first place ask for that kind of money? That shows greed.
That he can only have a house anywhere in Nigeria. Jimmy is looking at me and smiling.
Now, I would like to know what the Anambra State governor, the ex-governor, asked for.
What I'm trying to bring out is this, and you have brought it out, that you're not against the idea of pensions.
No, I'm not.
You say that it should be a token.
A token, yeah.
What would we qualify as a token?
Now, a token is that based on the salary you're earning now,
yes,
you expected that some companies calculate it as, maybe there's a way they calculate it. Number of years you will live, or maybe 15 years and all that to enable you. And they don't even give you the cash. They pay the money in a pension fund. So at a certain age of maybe 60 or 65, you begin to draw it. Or, if you're not that old, okay, and you retire. But the point is that, what are they going to do with this money? A token could be that, look, your salary, basic salary for a number of years, maybe 5 years or 6 years. But that money should be invested. 10 years or 15 years. But that money should be invested. That's how it generates enough money to sustain you. You don't just get pension money and keep it. That money is invested.
No, but the way it works is you contribute while you're working, so
Yes.
that when you're retired, you can get it.
Exactly.
So are you saying that a token after the finished office should be
That is
invested?
severance package.
Oh, you're talking about severance package?
Yeah,
Okay.
severance package. And not even pension is, their pension continues.
How much would you say a token is, just, generally speaking?
No, well, from what they're asking now, and, for a period for this, maybe whatever they're earning a month, at least to sustain them. Not to have chains of cooks, chains of drivers, and all that, around them. You can give them, out of the many cars they use, you can give them 2 cars. One for madam and one for you. Maybe retain the driver, maybe one security, person, to take care of you. I know that I've boarded a flight with Obasanjo, and there's one man that usually follow him to answer his calls and give him to make calls. They can attach somebody like that, when you want to make a call, you just stretch hand, they give you your phone. After dialing it, you answer and all that. And his flight is paid for and all that. So such allowances, he can give you to, because these are perks of office. Okay. But not to use that. Yes, not to use that to impoverish the people and then, make the state go bankrupt. It's not helpful. Because if you know what this money can do, if properly invested, the point is, I'm not against, even when you accumulate this money.
We have to go now, Dr. Nweze. We're out of time. All right. Thank you for coming on, Dr. Austin Nweze of the Pan Atlantic University. We'll be back.